We are live. It's Friday, November 3rd. So if you're watching on TV, you can get off your butt. You can come down to the Santa Fe Arts District. So much going on First Friday. This is also Arts Week, right? Here we're celebrating the opening weekend of the 40th Denver Film Festival, my favorite time of the year. We're going to be talking to a bunch of filmmakers tonight, some local, some shorts filmmakers, some feature filmmakers. This is the countdown show for the open music sessions. And then later tonight you'll be seeing comedy and you'll be seeing live music from Wilderness, one of my favorite up-and-coming bands here in Denver. So don't miss it. You got a lot of excitement. And also right now, the film festival is going on all around town. There's a live panel happening at the annex at the McNichols building on the future of film. There's hundreds of films being shown. So check it out at denverfilm.org. But tonight we're here talking to two mostly local filmmakers who produced a film called Walden. It's one of the few films I've seen so far at the film festival since it's just opening weekend. So Alex and Shane, why don't you tell us a little bit about your film Walden?
Okay. So
tell us your role first.
I directed Walden, and I conceived of it, and I built the story with Laura Goldhammer and Adam Chanzett, two of very old friends of mine. Yeah. So, and Shane, another very old friend of ours. This is kind of like a little crew that has known each other for 2.5 decades, 3 decades. It's a long-term sort of project if you think about it, going all the way back. So.
Awesome. Are all the screenings sold out already, or can people still get tickets?
We think there are still tickets for the 6th of November and the 10th.
Monday and Friday, still tickets available, but we sold out for our opening night on Saturday.
They're flying though, so get out and get them.
Good. So anything else you want to tell us about the film, Alex or Shane?
The film takes Henry David Thoreau's Walden and takes that journal, that book, and sort of manipulates the imagery and the themes of the book and injects them into 3 contemporary stories here in the Mountain West, in Denver, Boulder, sort of in these kind of arenas where you're in a big city next to a big wilderness, this kind of borderland sort of frontier state of mind. So the movie sort of investigates how that affects one's relationships with themselves, with their friends, with society at large. It has 3 storylines that it uses to explore this, and the structure is from sunrise to sunrise, so it's got a 24-hour structure. For some people it's reminiscent of The Hours or of Magnolia or some of those classic storyline projects that that kind of weave everything together, but they do it Walden does it in a not necessarily an overt way. It's kind of more internal, the way the 3 storylines bounce off each other. So
great.
Yeah.
And why don't you guys tell us a little bit about the challenges, benefits, costs of filming here in Colorado?
It was really important for us to film here, actually, all of us having been here and always wanting to make art and make work in Colorado. And this was our chance to come back. And we saw the Walden story as the story of frontiers. And we thought Colorado was at this other kind of frontier of our relationship to the wilderness of nature and the wilderness inside of ourselves. And that it's one of the big draws that bring people here. So for us, having a chance to come and make the story in this place, this frontier that we all grew up in, was gigantic. And it was beautiful to work with the almost entirely Colorado crew, work with the Colorado Film Office, and it's actually becoming just a beautiful place to make movies and make art, the state, as you know.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you guys chose to premiere it here at the Denver Film Festival. Again, being made here with so many locals, it's something I know a lot of us are really proud of. Not a lot of feature films get made here, so it's a great film, and I hope it has luck well beyond the festival.
Yeah, it was truly the right choice. We're very proud that we decided to premiere here also. I think, we pitched this, as you probably have heard, on a film-to-table model. That's the language we used, which means to us was by Colorado artists and financiers of Colorado themes, but then for a Colorado audience. So if we had premiered somewhere else, it would have been hard to have really fulfilled the last part of that promise, you know. So for us, being here makes good on that idea. Yeah. So
awesome. Anything else you want to say before we check out a promo for the whole festival?
Let's check it out.
All right. Well, again, if you're just tuning in with us, this is the opening weekend for the 40th Denver Film Festival. Well over 100 films showing at the Pavilions Theater downtown and at the Sea Film Center, our own nonprofit film theater here in Denver off Colfax. So please get involved. denverfilm.org is where you can learn more about it. And this is the countdown show for the open music sessions here at the Open Media Foundation. If you are watching live tonight, it's first Friday, November 3rd, 2017. Come on down to the Santa Fe Arts District. There's so much going on for Denver Arts Week. And we'll be broadcasting live for the next 4 hours. First hour or so interviewing filmmakers, then we'll have comedy, we'll have bands, musical performance from Wilderness, who's a band that really should not be missed. There's so much going on tonight. So if you're at home, you've got no excuse to be. Come on down. It's free, lots of food, lots of pizza. Thank you, Sexy Pizza. And yeah, we'd love to have you here. So come on down. Let's roll the clip. Opening weekend for the Denver Film Festival. Here comes the clip.
Tony.
Oh, hey!
These are difficult times. It's not about cutting hours, it's about transitioning into becoming an independent contractor. And that'll mean more time for family, for friends.
My hours were cut and my benefits too, but
I'll fix everything today. I'll get us back on track.
Good morning, darling.
Let me tell you, there's no better place for some R&R. Isn't that right, Alice?
Residents in her condition that respond well to visits.
Hi, Grandma.
She is losing it. Do you really think that making rich people get richer is your thing? You know, there's more.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Show me why.
My daughter has a chronic kidney condition.
Your medication isn't covered under your new plan.
We can't proceed without all the requisite forms.
Show me why.
Hey, you're my #1 guy.
Shawcross, the Executive Director of the Open Media Foundation. We're here, the countdown show for the Open Music Session, something we do on the first Friday of every month. This is first Friday, November 3rd, 2017. It's the opening weekend for the Denver Film Festival, and we're going to be talking to a bunch of filmmakers, short and feature filmmakers, local and coming in from out of town. We're really excited about the 40th annual Denver Film Festival. And right now I'm talking to Joseph about his film, Fed to Fire. What do you want to tell us about your film?
Well, it's a first-time effort, I guess. I'm in the Colorado Film School in Aurora, and I decided to make my own film in an editing class because I didn't like the materials they provided, and ended up turning out really well. And I got the chance to submit to the festival, and you know, it's a success. So I'm kind of surprised.
Awesome!
Actually.
Congratulations. Yeah. How long is it, and how did you make it?
It's about 4.5 minutes, and Basically, I decided to make the centerpiece a friend of mine who I've been really close with for a long time. He does metal and like wood art sculpture and stuff. It's very strange looking, and I just wanted to make something that was visually pleasing and entertaining, and didn't really have a message for it besides just being authentic with your work. So
cool.
I felt it worked out.
Awesome. And when's it showing? Do you know what the times and dates are?
It's showing on Sunday, the 4th, 5th, this Sunday at 11:30 with the shorts package, and then again at, I believe, 8:30 or 8 on Wednesday. So yeah, 2 screenings. I think they might have added a second one or a third one on the 7th, but I'm not too clear on the details at the moment.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And so it's your first film, you said?
Yeah, I've done a couple little shorts at the school, nothing I'm proud of, but this is the first one I was like, okay, I want people to see this. So
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
Congratulations on getting into the festival.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long shot. Did it all by myself, and it's worked out for the best. So
Good.
I'm really appreciative of all the people at the festival who decided to give my work a shot. So.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, the 40th Denver Film Festival, there's a lot of great shorts packages. You know, if you don't see shorts at a film festival, you often won't have a chance to see them at all. So do check out all the shorts packages that are going on. Fit to Fire is part of the Sunday package. Do you know, does it have a name? The name of that?
The Colorado Shorts.
Yeah.
I should be more up on this. I've got to promote myself, but yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So check it out.
It's on the roster.
Yeah, it's really your only chance to see it. Like opening night, if you missed opening night, it's going to be in the theaters anyway. There's so many opportunities to see some of those big films, but the shorts package is your only chance to see a lot of these great films. Congratulations again. Anything else you want to tell us about your film before we watch a little clip?
I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So again, you're watching the countdown show for the Open Music Sessions. This is November's first Friday. If you're at home, come on down 700 Calumet Street. You can meet a bunch of local filmmakers, people from Denver Film Society, celebrating this opening weekend of the film festival, also Denver Arts Week. And then in a couple hours, you'll be hearing from Wilderness, one of my favorite bands here in town. So come and join us. We're going to check a little clip about the Open Media Foundation, and we'll be back with a few more filmmakers. Thanks for joining us.
I have a strong connection to metal. Metal has a matrix. And on a molecular level, that matrix governs how it behaves.
Wrong. Hi, this is Nancy Blizzard. I love fashion. This is one of my favorite dresses in my closet. It's an Anna Festa dress.
Wrong. This is Ginger, and I'm here with political correspondent Daniel. Daniel, what do you think of this upcoming election?
Thanks, Ginger. Well, this election is freaking crazy.
Wrong.
Whether you want to improve your production skills or just starting out, Denver Open Media's $500 film school can help. Classes include production, studio, editing, graphics, and animation. The $500 film school is a terrific resource for you to turn your idea into a reality. Learn what it takes to make your own studio show with a full crew. Learn to properly use lights, camera, and sound. Finish editing your short film, or create your own graphics. So sign up today at www.denveropenmedia.org.
Welcome back. This is the Open Music Sessions Countdown Show. We're celebrating the opening weekend of the 40th Denver Film Festival, a landmark event here in Colorado. We're super excited to be working with the Denver Film Society. We're going to be talking to a bunch of filmmakers who have their films coming up for the next 10 days or so. We're going to have over 100 films here for the 40th Denver Film Festival. And right now we're talking to John Dyack, who has a short film called Mrs. Drake.
Yes.
What do you want to tell us about Mrs. Drake?
Well, Mrs. Drake is about a single mother, just in how difficult it is to be a single mother. And she has this child who's really, really difficult, this young child. And he comes home from school one day with a story about how his teacher locked him in a closet. And if this sounds familiar, I'll tell you here in a second, but how the teacher locked him in a closet and she doesn't know whether to believe the child or not. So she basically approaches the teacher and how things happen from there.
And what was the genesis of the story?
Well, how it started was there were the lead actress and the co-star, Rachel and Gabra. They met a screenwriter up at the local theater up in Boulder, Colorado, and he writes plays as well. And they really liked his work. They asked him to write something. He's a 32-year-old gentleman who's married without kids and wrote a beautiful short about a mother who has a difficult child. So I think it came from somewhere, I don't know. And I've asked him several times, and I think maybe the little child might be him. I don't know.
Cool. Well, anything you want to tell us about making it here in Colorado? I assume you did film it here in Colorado?
We did.
Yeah.
We did. Well, I think we made it here because most of the actors and I was here to help produce it. I was the producer of the movie. Caitlin Fitzgerald directed it. Caitlin Fitzgerald is known for she's an actress. She played Libby Masters on Masters of Sex on Showtime. And then she played her other claim to fame is she played Meryl Streep's daughter in It's Complicated. So we brought Caitlin in because she was a friend of Rachel, who was the lead actress. We brought her in to direct the movie. It was her directorial debut. She's wanting to get started in directing, and this was a great opportunity for her. And so filming it here was pretty much the heart of the film was here, between the actors and us producing it.
Awesome. And do you know when it's showing? What times?
We show in the Colorado Shorts program, which is Sunday at 11:30, I believe, and then Tuesday evening at 7:30 and Wednesday at 9:30.
Awesome.
Evening.
It's a great opportunity to get out and support local filmmakers, see short films that you really aren't going to see anywhere else. The Denver Film Society always does such a great job of picking the best of the Denver filmmaking scene, and really supports us by even always creating this Denver Filmmakers Package, or Colorado Filmmakers Package.
And it's an honor to be a part of the program. We're very excited to have had to be chosen to be part of it, and to be in the True Grit, to be nominated for the True Grit Award. So it's very exciting, and it's an honor.
Awesome. We're going to see a little clip, just a taste of Mrs. Drake. Anything you want to say to set up that clip?
I think you'll kind of get an idea of the feelings that the mom has and what it's like in the movie. More so the feeling of it. So.
Cool. Well, let's take a look at Mrs. Drake, part of the 40th Denver Film Festival, the Colorado Short Filmmakers Package. And again, you're watching us live first Friday, November 3rd, here in the Santa Fe Arts District. It's a good time for you to come in, get involved with Denver Arts Week, check out all the great stuff going on in the Santa Fe Arts District, check out the next 10 days of films at the C Film Center and the Denver Pavilions, all the great programming happening at the Annex at the McNichols Building. So much going on right now, so get up and get engaged. Here's a look at Mrs. Drake.
Today, Mrs. Drake didn't want me going outside.
Why not? Jack was disrupting silent time, so I reprimanded him.
Does that mean you're bad?
Did something happen?
I couldn't get out the whole time.
You know what we've said about lying, Jack? What do we say?
I'm not lying.
Your son's been acting out. It's getting worse. Sorry to waste your time on us. I just wanted you to know that I'm handling it.
So here's what I propose. You tell me that this will never happen again, and that'll be the end of it. It's all I need.
My name's Tony Shawcross with the Open Media Foundation. We're here talking to filmmakers that are part of the 40th Denver Film Festival. You were just watching a little clip promo for the Open Media Foundation $500 Film School. If you want to make your own films, if you get inspired by some of these short filmmakers and everything that you see at the Denver Film Festival, you want to make your own films, that $500 Film School is an awesome opportunity to do it. You get free unlimited classes, you learn editing, you learn field production, studio production, all that stuff here at Denver Open Media. But right now, we're going to talk to another filmmaker participating here in this 40th Denver Film Festival. We're talking to Jeff Marslet.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Jeff's film is The Day Before. Tell us about your film, Jeff.
This is a short film about a hunting trip gone wrong, and maybe it's about how scary marriage is, and maybe even it's a slightly subversive promo for gun control. Maybe it's all three of those things. Mostly it's a comedy.
Awesome. And when is it showing?
We're showing with the Colorado Shorts Showcase, which I believe is Sunday around 11:30 in the morning, Tuesday maybe around 7, and Wednesday around 9:30, give or take.
Awesome. So check out denverfilm.org. You can see the full schedule, all the films happening, over 100 films here at the 40th Denver Film Festival. And the Colorado Shorts package is always great. The Film Society supports local filmmakers by making this package, but it's always a really strong collection of short films, and we encourage you to check it out. There's local films, feature and short, in the festival this year. Anything you want to tell us about the process of making it? You said you've made films in Austin and other cities with maybe a little better known filmmaking environment.
It's tough and getting better to make films here in Colorado. I spent 15 years before this living in Austin, Texas, and making films, and this is actually the first film I've made since coming to Colorado. And you know, it's a smaller film community, so getting the resources together and crew poses its own challenges. I now teach up at CU Boulder, and I'm hopefully helping create a larger crew of doing it. But this was the first short I've done in 10 years. I've done features for the past so often, and it was a lot of fun to utilize the scenery and the unique Colorado-ness of this film.
Awesome. So again, there's so many films going on all this week. This weekend too, Denver Arts Week. Great opportunity to get out and support local artists. One of the best ways is to attend this Colorado Short Filmmakers package. We're going to see a little clip. You want to say anything to introduce it?
Yeah, the clip is, so it's actually not a clip from the film, but it's a trailer for it. Since it was just a short, I went ahead and made 2 different trailers that are backstory to the film. So if you are out there in the audience somewhere and you can go online and watch this trailer or the other one, you're not overlapping. They're additional material to the film, but created that way.
And before we watch the clip, having been in a community that really does support film well, like Austin, any hopes or dreams you have for Colorado, or tips you have for our filmmaking community?
I mean, I think a lot. I think there's a tremendous amount of talent here, and people want to do it. It's a slow, pained process to build up a film community, and ends up meaning you just got to support your local filmmakers a lot. Even in this screening, I'm in the same screening I acted for another director who's a Colorado local, and then actually acted for another film that's not a Colorado local, so they're on another screening themselves. But it's a lot of cooperation, and if you are interested in making films, find the other people doing it. Know that you're going to be unpaid and work long hours a lot of times, but that collaboration is what's going to help us build a stronger community here, and I'm hopeful that we're going to get more of that.
And even in Austin, like when Linkletter was first making his films, it's not like he had this awesome Austin Film Society supporting him and stuff
I mean,
like
he started
that.
the Film Society, so yeah, I mean, he got that in place because of that, and it's still, you know, when I was making features there, it's still a lot harder than people give it credit for. Even when you start to get known for a film community, people are still doing it on a shoestring and trying to find ways. So I also, maybe another piece of advice to people in Colorado would be to not get discouraged because there's not magically the stars aligning and magically money for it. It is that hard for people everywhere, and you just got to really want to do it.
Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to take a little look at the trailer for The Day Before. And again, you can check it out as part of the Colorado Short Filmmakers package. You can learn about that and all the other films showing in the next 10 days at the 40th Denver Film Festival at denverfilm.org. Let's check out The Day Before.
Thanks.
Hey, Mikey.
Mikey, wake up.
Hey, Mikey. Whoa, hey, careful. Baby, don't do that with the gun. Don't do that.
The day before the wedding, I was the best man. With all the new love he's been getting, I've been as supportive as I can.
We are back. This is the countdown show for the open music sessions here at Denver Open Media. We're live. It's Friday night, first Friday, November 3rd, 2017. If you're watching at home, you should come on down to the Santa Fe Arts District. There's so much happening with Denver Arts Week and the opening weekend of the 40th Denver Film Festival. We're going to be talking to shorts filmmakers and a couple feature filmmakers whose films are being featured in the 40th Denver Film Festival tonight. Right now, we're joined by Dario, Maya, and Shane, whose film is Final Four. Do you guys want to tell us a little about your film and the roles you played in making it?
Yeah, the film is about an assassin with a near-perfect March Madness bracket.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Maya, my sister, plays the assassin. Shane plays also another assassin, and they kind of butt heads,
cool.
As assassins tend to do.
And what was your role?
I was a director.
Director.
Writer, and a number of other things, but yeah.
Cool. And tell us a little about your background. Is this your first films, each of you? What else have you guys done?
This is not my first film. I've made a dozen or so other shorts. I'm in school, so it's kind of what I do in my spare time.
Uh-huh. How about you guys?
I've been working on and off on films for probably about 10 years in different roles, first production and then more acting and whatnot later on.
Cool. Shane?
Yeah, so I got into acting in college, and then so to figure it out, I did as many student films as I could, which gave me a lot of experience. And then recently, I did a short film got to do one with Michael Madsen, which was a blast. And then a new Alex Cox feature called Tombstone Rashomon. So I've done a lot of student films, a lot of local stuff. And a few traveling acting gigs.
Cool. So Dario, you got an all-star crew here, huh?
Oh yeah, the best. I'm so lucky to have the crew I have and the talent I'm able to be friends with and acquire for my films and my projects. So
cool. You want to talk to us a little bit about your experience of making movies in Colorado?
Yeah, I've done it for a while. It's a little, guerrilla style, and you kind of just gotta go out and get it done. But it's fun. Colorado's beautiful. We try to take advantage of that as much as possible, and just go out and do it. I mean, it's going to be difficult no matter what. We don't have a big studio behind us or any big money or any kind, so you just gotta grit your teeth and go make stuff.
Cool. You want to tell the audience when they can go see it?
Yeah, you can go see it in the Colorado Shorts section. It is on this Sunday at 11:30 in the morning, Tuesday at 7, and then Wednesday at 9:30 in the evening.
Great. So if you don't remember that, you can check out denverfilm.org. You can see the full schedule, over 100 films showing over the next 10 days or so through the next 2 weekends. This is the opening weekend here at Open Media Foundation. We're always excited to be partnering with Denver Film Society, great nonprofit organization, awesome nonprofit film center all year round on Colfax in the C Film Center. So if you haven't already heard about the Film Society or the Film Festival, do check out denverfilm.org, and you can see the Colorado Shorts Filmmakers Package, as well as all the other great films happening over the next 10 days. I think we have a little clip of your guys' film, Final Four. Anything you want to say to load it up for us?
It's a trailer. If you are into comedy, action, and having a good time and seeing a girl kick some butt, come out and see the film. It's going to be great. That's about all I can really say.
Okay. Anything else from you guys? No. Well, let's take a look at the intro, the trailer for Final Four, part of the 40th Denver Film Festival. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You know you're eating brains right now?
I don't know why he's even trying that anymore.
Bad team. Those are brains.
We're back for the Countdown Show for the Open Music Sessions. My name is Tony Shawcross, Executive Director of the Open Media Foundation. We do a countdown show every first Friday before the Open Music Sessions show, which features a local comedian with our partner Sexbot Comedy. Features local bands. Tonight's band is Wilderness. They'll be playing in about 90 minutes from now, one of my favorite up-and-coming bands here in Denver. So if you're watching from home, now's the perfect time to put on your coat, come on down to the Santa Fe Arts District, check out all the great stuff going on for Denver Arts Week, but also check out Wilderness and all the performances you can see here at the Open Music Sessions. But for the Countdown Show this year, we are interviewing and talking to filmmakers who are featured in this 40th Denver Film Festival, a landmark event for Denver, 40 years, 40th annual Denver Film Festival. And we've got three filmmakers here, Caleb, Jason, and Jordan, who made a short film called Unseen. You guys want to tell us about the film and your roles in it?
Yeah, so the film Unseen we made actually as part of the Denver 48-hour film project, I think is the technical term for that. And so I'm the writer-director, and we ended up making a mystery, which was about a guy who basically is forced into a situation beyond his control, has to give up his own convictions and personal beliefs to ultimately find the truth. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
For people who haven't heard of the 48-hour film festival, which happens all around the world, but has a really great turnout and great participation here in Denver, you want to tell them what that is and how it works? It's a really unique way to make a film.
Yeah, so you sign up as a team, and you basically have 48 hours to make a film from concept to completion. And it doesn't stop there. You're actually given your genre. So we were given mystery. You're given a prop, which we had to use a vinyl record. You're given a character name, Truman Doodah, which is kind of a ridiculous name to fit into a mystery. And you're given a line of dialogue, and you have to get all of those into the film, write it, shoot it, edit it, and submit it within 48 hours.
And was it also kind of a comedy? Did it have to be with a name like that, or could you do Trevor Duda?
We actually went way away from a comedy, which was kind of funny because our lead actor here, Jason, we all know each other from improv comedy here in Denver, and he shows up and he's reading through the script the very first day, and he's like, "Great, so where are the jokes?" I was like, "No, man, we're going dramatic on this one." So, but he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Awesome. You want to introduce your colleagues?
Yeah. So next to me is Jason Knopf, lead actor, and Truman Doodah, and then Jordan Eric is our executive producer on the project.
Awesome. So I don't know if you mentioned. Did you mention you won the 48-hour film project?
Yeah, we won Best Film, Best Use of Character, and Jason won for Best Actor.
Awesome. So yeah, the Colorado Short Filmmakers Package is where your guys' film is showing, right?
Yes.
Sunday and then next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. You can see the full schedule at denverfilm.org. And the Colorado Short Filmmakers Package is always an awesome compilation of the best in Denver and Colorado's filmmaking community. I'm sure this film it belongs right up there because there's a steep competition with the 48-hour film festival.
There really is. I think by the time, and I think you guys can even speak to this as well, like by the time they got to like first runner-up, second runner-up, once we knew we didn't get those, we were like, oh, well, time to pack it in and come back next year. And
yeah.
It was really surprising because all the films are amazing.
We were totally blown away that we won the thing. I know this sounds very cliche, but we were really just happy just to be a part of the Best of showing. When we found out that Jason won Best Actor, I mean, that was just kind of like icing on the cake for us. So yeah. I think I very loudly shouted some profanities when they called our name that we had won. And I mean, that's how shocked I was. I mean, we did not expect it at all. We had a very good film that we were very proud of, that we had this accomplishment that we did in 48 hours, and we thought, wow, job well done, that was fun, maybe we'll try it again next year.
How much sleep did you guys get for that 48 hours?
None, not really any.
I think I got the most amount of sleep.
Yeah.
Between the two of these guys, yeah.
Because you showed up to act.
Yep.
Well, we went to the kickoff at like 7 p.m. on a Friday, and as soon as we got all the criteria for the film, we immediately go into writing, and we spent a long time, probably up until midnight or later, kicking around ideas, and then we all went home, and Caleb actually stayed up till probably like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, just finalizing our script, and then we were all back at 8 a.m. the next morning, getting ready to shoot all day and then edit all of Sunday.
Awesome. Do you guys have day jobs in addition to this filmmaking career?
We do. Actually, I think I'm the closest to the day job. I actually run a production company here in Denver. So my team and I, we jumped in on board. So I get to make corporate films by day, and then get to do this by night.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Well, my day job is bartending, and that's what helps me get by and have a flexible schedule for auditions and whatnot during the week. So
great.
I got a corporate gig doing project management, so very similar to the producer role.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think we have a clip of your guys' film. Do you want to say anything to set up Unseen?
Yeah, so this is a scene early on in the movie, and this is actually one of the pivotal scenes where Truman Doodah is kind of forced into the role that he is to take on throughout the rest of the film. So our villain meets our reluctant hero and launches on his adventure.
Good. So we're going to check out a clip from Unseen. This is just one of the many great films that are part of the Colorado Short Filmmakers Package. You can see when that's showing 3 different times during the festival at denverfilm.org. But check out all the other great things happening. There's a program starting in about 45 minutes tonight at the Annex at McNichols building. They have great panels happening. They have virtual reality there. Feature-length films, short films, so many great things happening, both at the pavilions down on the 16th Street Mall and at the Sea Film Center over on Colfax. So many great things to do for the next 10 days. And then tonight is First Friday here in the Santa Fe Arts District, opening weekend of the film festival, also Denver Arts Week. So there's just so much going on in Denver. It's a great week to be a part of the Denver creative community. So please get involved. Come on down here to 700 Calumet Street. We're going to be broadcasting live for the next 3 hours almost, talking to some filmmakers. Then we'll have some comedy and music from a local band called Wilderness. You can't miss them. They're so great. One of my favorite up-and-coming bands. So check it out. But for right now, we're going to watch a clip of Unseen, a little taste for you to whet your appetite for the Colorado Short Filmmakers Package, which you could go see in 2 days on Sunday if you want to. So check it out, Unseen.
Mr. Truman Doodah. Is that the name your father gave you? That's all he got? That's all right. Look, see that picture? Take a look at that. Follow her. Let me know what you see. Can you do that for me?
This isn't what I do.
This isn't what you do. This isn't what you do. They said you fix things. You fix problems. Bit of a repairman, right? I have a problem.
We are celebrating the opening weekend of the 40th Denver Film Festival. Andrew, you want to say hi to your fans while I chew this pizza?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Film Fest. We're in the Denver Post today. Did you see our picture?
No, it's awesome.
Yeah, color photo.
Just you and your film, or the whole?
It was our crew on the red carpet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Andrew mentions the red carpet. That's because it's opening weekend of the 40th Denver Film Festival, 40 years in a row here in Denver. It's a well-known festival. It's still small. It's not like Telluride and Sundance, but still has a great reputation and is one of my favorite times of the year.
Yeah, there's a lot of national and international films. I mean, there's definitely spotlights on Colorado films, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Get attention for the Colorado people. But I'm going to see a movie tonight from Turkey, like a crazy Turkish giallo horror film. So
awesome.
It's awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been going for like 20 years at least.
So right now, this is part of the Open Music Sessions Countdown show. We do it every first Friday of every month. But tonight we're talking to filmmakers, mostly shorts filmmakers who have their films featured in this 40th Denver Film Festival. Our first filmmaker interview was a feature-length narrative film. Then we had several short filmmakers, and we're closing with a feature-length documentary, kind of, right?
Yeah, it's a documentary at its core.
Yeah, good. So you want to tell us a little bit about the name of your film and what it's about?
Sure. It's called John Benet's Tricycle, and it is a documentary about John Benet Ramsey's tricycle. If you remember that story.
90 minutes?
It's 88 minutes.
88
all
minutes.
about a tricycle.
There's a lot of parts to a tricycle.
Yeah, there's and you actually get to see me take it apart in the movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, because we took it on a secret trip out of the state. So I actually put it on a plane. So I took it apart and put it in a box so I could check it as baggage.
So how do you make an 88-minute film about a tricycle?
It's a good question. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's about me as a crazy collector. I collect almost everything. But in my collections, I have John Benet Ramsey's actual tricycle. I actually have this candy cane, which is also from the Ramsey house. And so we talk in the movie, we talk about collecting and like kind of like the power of objects. Like, why would you save something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like something from your childhood.
Why would you sneak onto the Benet Ramsey family's house and steal their candy canes and
You
tricycles?
don't know how I got these items. So, but
it's true. He doesn't tell anyone. Then you could be culpable. Or,
exactly.
I don't know the legal
I'll
term.
plead the fifth.
Mhm.
I'll plead 5 donuts on that. But I mean, I buy a lot of things at thrift stores. I buy a lot of things that I used to have as a kid that are gone now, and I want to have it back. So there's layers and layers of things that like reasons to collect something and save something, and so that, I mean, it's investigated in the movie. Like, look at all this stuff. Like, this guy collects like almost everything, but also something that's related to a media story, an unsolved crime, a 20-year-old unsolved crime that was like an international story. There's that whole kind of angle to it too, of like people are really fascinated with unsolved mysteries and crimes, and it was just such an odd case. It was like this. That was when most of us, our introduction to kid pageants, right? These like toddler beauty pageants, which was so weird.
Yeah.
Boulder, super weird. I lived in Boulder at the time, like a couple blocks away, so I was like in the center of this circus. But also just, I mean, it's an unsolved crime. So we talk about like all these goofball suspects in the crime and how they're like the Santa Claus. There's as much evidence, all circumstantial, that the Santa Claus guy did it as that then the Ramsey parents did it, or the brother. Because, and everyone has their theories on who did it or whatever, but there's, I mean, no, they've never arrested anyone because there's not enough actual evidence.
Huh. Yeah, and so the film isn't just about this tricycle. It's kind of about collecting and about you as a collector, right?
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, it's about me as kind of like a weirdo in town that, like, you know, I do a lot of things. I've been in bands. I've done art shows, photography, food events, pop-up restaurants. So it just kind of makes sense. Like, oh, I've never made a feature film. Like, I should probably do that, you know? So, yeah, it's my first film. It came out a million times better than I thought it would. You
Awesome.
know? I got really great people to help me do it, you know, professionals, and to help me kind of steer it along. So, yeah.
And what year did the Jean Benet Ramsey thing happen?
96.
96.
So this past Christmas was the 20-year anniversary, which I was trying to get it done by then, but that would have been like making a feature film in 3 months, you know?
Yeah.
So it took us much longer than that, but yeah, the story still continues.
We have a tiny bit of time to kill, so I'll mention that I met Andrew probably in like 95 or 96, something like that. I had never heard of eBay because eBay had just barely existed at that time. And Andrew, being a collector of all kinds of weird things, introduced me to eBay for the first time.
Wow.
And I bought my first item either with you or with your like guidance. Do you have any idea what it was?
No, I don't remember what it was.
My mom's back there. It was like a real armadillo that had been like carved out, its tail put in its mouth and like lined with velour, so it was
like
a purse.
I
but
remember
it was
that.
an armadillo. And
I think I got that armadillo at your yard sale.
Did you?
Yeah, you sold it at like a yard sale, and I ended up with it. It was in my trunk for like months.
And then what happened to it? You threw it away?
I gave it to somebody.
Everything.
I save everything, but I did give it to somebody because it was in my trunk. And some opportunity arose where I'm like, I have just the thing. Hold on. And I go out to my car and I'm like, here you go.
This is someone who's saved like over 100 retainers and saves the dust from the bottom of his cereal boxes, and he got rid of my armadillo purse. WTF, Andrew?
I don't know. I think it had a little sombrero too, didn't it?
I don't know.
I remember that yard sale. You were selling some really fast skis. Yeah, and I'm like, damn, I should buy these. They sound really fast.
I was just thinking that because I just bought something from eBay, and it was the 12th thing I've ever bought.
Wow,
in eBay
really?
In 21
12
years.
sales.
Yeah. And
Dang.
the first one was thanks to Andrew.
That's
and
amazing.
then Andrew went on to have his collections have much more fame. I saw your was that the Museum of Contemporary Art?
It was
art
the
show?
lab at Belmar, which was Adam Lerner, who
Adam
now is the
Lerner.
director
Now-
of the Museum of Contemporary Art. He kind of folded some of the programs from the lab into the MCA. But yeah, that was an amazing. It was an art show of all of my collections. There was over 8,000 objects in it.
Wow.
And there was this, I think we counted like 120 or 130 themes of things like, board games and hair collection and animals in jars. And so like out of all of these things I collect, there was like well over 100 topics that comprised 8,000 objects.
Wow. I used to collect some things, but my stepmom over here threw them all away.
What?
One
You
of
threw
them.
them
One of them.
away?
One of
Oh
my
my
moms.
God.
I've got one of my moms threw it away. I don't remember which one. But why'd you bring donuts, Andrew?
Well,
Any other
I
props
love
you wanna tell us
donuts,
about?
and I just found them in the green room, and I'm like,
good.
wow, I should bring some donuts in here.
Anything else you want to share with us before we show your clip?
Well, so this the Villager newspaper, who I met at this party last year, is a Southeast Denver newspaper, which I grew up in Southeast Denver. So this is like my hometown suburban paper. So
it's not relevant to the film. It's just another thing you brought in, like donuts.
Well, no. There's an article about the movie.
Oh, good.
We're on
good.
the front.
Oh, yeah. You
So,
can see a little
so-
tricycle.
Yeah. So we did an interview a couple weeks ago, and there's color pictures and stuff in there. So I had asked him to bring me some copies, and so he brought them tonight. So that's I just have them.
Cool. Well, anything you want to say about the experience of making the film? I know it was shot by Robert Muratori, who's made films with me over the last 20 years almost. You had a great crew of people. You're a long time, local here, so you probably got a good group of people together. Anything you want to say about making movies in Colorado?
Yeah, it's there's so many people here who's every time you come across someone, they do something awesome, and you're like, hey, I could use your help with blankety blank. So it's really cool, this kind of community. And my friend Teresa Mercado, who is mostly a TV producer, but she's the producer in the film, and she's also in the film because like just me walking around with the trike, kind of boring or whatever, but so Teresa's in it a bunch, and so as a producer, she was helping line up psychics. We took the candy cane and the tricycle to psychics, and so she introduces a sock monkey, which was her childhood toy, and that was our control object. So when we went to psychics, we would book like an hour psychic visit, and we would say like, what can you tell us about this object, the sock monkey? They talk about that for several minutes, and then be like, okay, what about this, the candy cane? We didn't tell them what these objects were. But since we had this definitive information about the sock monkey, it was our control.
Right.
So Teresa kind of introduces that. And then we go in my garage because I've saved a bunch of tabloids from back when I bought them back when the whole case was happening and all the media frenzy. And so she helps me in my garage, like looking through boxes, trying to find these old tabloids. And there was a tabloid that actually was banned, or not banned. I mean, it was a bunch of stores decided not to carry it because they had actual autopsy photos of John Bonet, and it was like all these people were like getting pressured to not carry it, especially in Boulder, but Denver. So I bought a bunch of them from a distributor, and I put up flyers and I was selling them because I thought it was censorship, right? People are being pressured not to sell it, and everything in Boulder was like front page, whatever. Like this was just the one thing that they tried to censor. So I was out there like selling it, So so Teresa's in the movie as as a character, as herself, but also producer. Robert Muratori, I just he's worked on such great movies. You know, Dock of the Dead is great. A lot of documentaries. The Life and Times of Paul the Psychic Octopus. Did you ever see that one?
No.
It's about that octopus that was predicting
NCAA
the no, it was the World Cup soccer
World
games.
Cup.
And he picked every game. He picked the winner of every game. And they did this feature length. You think this is crazy? A feature length movie about a trike? That was about an octopus that was dead.
Yeah.
By the time they started the movie, it was dead. Like, because they don't even live that long. But I had asked him about, you know, it's like, would you be willing to help me make this? And I didn't tell him. I brought a camera and actually filmed me asking him and telling him, and I show him the trike. And so that was in our short last year. It was like me showing the trike to Teresa and be like, hey, can we make this movie? And like showing it to Robert. So it was cool. And then Corbin Gill, my editor, who Mariah met him at a networking thing. And she's like, you're a film editor? She's like, I know someone who's looking for a film editor. So it's like all these things just came into place. And it ended up being like a way bigger and better project than I had originally. I bought a Canon 7D. I know how to edit, kind of. You know, I've done music videos and stuff in the past. So it was just going to be this little homespun thing. But then I got like really expert people to help, and it ended up being like an amazing movie, I think.
Good. Tell the audience when they can see it.
So next weekend, Saturday, 11/11 at 4 p.m. at United Artists Pavilions. And then the next day, Sunday, at 2 p.m. at United Artists Pavilions.
Awesome.
And you
Great.
can watch the trailer, or the 10-minute short from last year on JohnBenét'sTricycle.com.
Cool.
Because it definitely is like a teaser that makes you want to see the movie, because it's like you're left kind of hanging, like, what are the psychics going to say, you know? So we don't give up too much in the short, but enough to get you interested.
So Andrew Novik and John Benét's Tricycle, one of over 100 awesome films here as part of the 40th annual Denver Film Festival. My favorite time of the year. Again, if you're watching at home right now, this is First Friday, November 3rd, 2017, opening weekend of the 40th Denver Film Festival, also Denver Arts Week. We're here on the Santa Fe Arts District. It's time for you to get up off your couch and come on down to Santa Fe Arts District. There's so much going on in all the galleries on Santa Fe, but here at 700 Calumet, we're going to have comedy, we're going to have music, more conversations about the Denver Film Festival. And the band performing tonight is Wilderness. Have you ever seen them or heard of them? They're so great. You should stick around for them. They'll be playing in less than an hour, Wilderness, here at the Open Music Sessions. We're going to close the countdown show, the Open Music Sessions countdown show, with a clip from John Benét's Tricycle. Anything you want to say to introduce that clip?
What clip is it?
Oh, I don't know. We have a little clip from John Benét's Tricycle.
I'm sure it has
it's going to be a surprise.
Awesome footage of the tricycle. We had some reenactors for... like John Benet, John Mark Carr, the super weirdo who confessed to the crime, who didn't do it, and then the Santa Claus guy. So we actually put a GoPro on like the back wheel of the trike so you can see the kid pedaling it around. That's probably in whatever you're going to show.
Probably.
Awesome.
Okay, so we'll take a look at a clip. You can find out more about John Benét's Tricycle and over 100 other films showing as part of the 40th Denver Film Festival at denverfilm.org. Please check it out and stick with us for the Open Music Sessions here at the Open Media Foundation. Thank you, Andrew Novik. Thank you to the crew filming the countdown show. It's always a great crew, and it's a good opportunity for you to get involved if you're interested in making your own films, maybe getting them in the film festival. This is a full volunteer crew here at the Open Media Foundation. You can learn more about how to make your own videos. You can join our $500 film school. Check it all out at openmediafoundation.org and denveropenmedia.org. But here's a clip from John Benét's Tricycle. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tony. I have like 10,000 objects that are sitting around my garage. I'm just about to start making a movie.
A movie about what?
It is, well, it is John Benet Ramsey's Tricycle, is what it is.
Why should we trust you? Does it, like, feel weird to you? I mean, does it feel heavy?
I can't wait to see the tricycle.